What's up, guys? Aaron from Winchester. I'm going to do my the second half of my LeBron James rookie collection. We'll go ahead and get started. The card you're looking at now is a 03 Fleer Authentics. It is the balcony edition. It's out of 250. All the cards on eBay, as you'll see, have chipping along the sides, both sides. And just to show you how, I guess, sensitive this card is, that little spot there is actually a flake that came off the top of the card when I tried to take it out of the sleeve to inspect it. So there are only 4 of these that have been graded, 1 10 and 3 7s. So I guess more than likely they come out of the pack like this. But that is my new pickup. I actually got this at what I think is a very good price, considering of what just the base out of $12.50 have been going for. I got that one for how much the base goes for. I'm not going to bore you with all these smaller cards that are only worth like $10 and under. You know, we have the Bazooka Joe Mini, the Upper Deck MVP rising to the occasion, the Ultra, the Hummer edition. You got this when you bought a little toy Hummer. This was packaged with it. The Upper Deck Rookie Exclusives base version. One of the cards that are in the set of On the Rise. And the 03-04 All-Star card out of 2004. The funny thing about this card is that LeBron James didn't make the All-Star team that year, and they still made a card of him. So those are all the I don't know, just the cards you would get for under $5 on eBay. Here is the Ultra Round Ball. This one is another one you can get for under $10. It's just a unique card where it's round. This one is the Campiano de Futuro. It's an Italian company that I guess made cards to make it look like tobacco cards, I guess. This is the base version. You can get this for under $10 usually, raw. Here are here are 2 of the gold version of the card. It's out of 500. It says 1 out of 500. Now I don't know, you know, if that's true or not. If there really are out of 500, but that's the gold version. There are some of these that are graded a 10 on eBay that they want for over $100. I find that crazy. Here is the 03 Ultra Gold Medallion in a PSA 9. Usually these go from anywhere from $75 to $100. I'm going to tell you the prices on these guys, what they go for. Again, this is not what I paid for them. It's just for informative value, that in case you are in the market to buy one, or one that I'm showing you. But I also just kind of want to keep a record, so years from now when I look at this video, it kind of, will let me see where the values have gone. This is a Topps Pristine. This is the R version, I believe, in a PSA 9. It's out of $4.99. Like I said in my last video, there are 4 different versions of this card. This one, the C and the U, they have different parallels. One of them I'll show you here in a minute. They have like a refractor, and they have like a gold refractor, and maybe one or two different other ones, but you expect to pay around $200 for this one, and a 9. Here is the Finite Elements jersey. A funny story behind this card is that this was in the a lot with a Carmelo Anthony of the same card, but the seller forgot to put LeBron's name in the title of the auction. So he had the picture of both the cards, but only Carmelo Anthony's name. So I ended up getting both of them for $36, which, you know, I found to be a steal. Here is the Triple Dimensions 3D warm-up out of $9.99. This one has a couple of soft corners, corner wear, whatever. That's why I never got this one graded. This card is one of my favorite cards also, or not also, but I guess they're all my favorite cards, but this one I would have already gotten graded, but to the fact, I'm getting ahead of myself. This is the SP Game Used Authentic Fabrics, the gold edition out of 100. Like I said, this one would have already been graded, but I'll try to show you in the picture. Let me take the top off. Try to show you guys what I'm right there. Looks like somebody put their thumbnail right there. So obviously you can't see that from the eBay scan. I'm sure it would only grade a 5 or 6 with that big old dent in it, but it's still, I love the card. Here is another Topps Pristine. It's the Mini in the PSA 9. The only thing you really have to watch for this card, if it ever comes up raw, is the surface. It does come with, I guess, roller marks or whatever across it. But, you know, I don't really know what these would go for in an auction. I do know people on eBay ask for over $100 for these in a PSA 9, but I know it wouldn't go for that high in an auction. I'm going to guess anywhere from $50 to $100. I didn't tell you the price on the raw cards because I'm not, to be honest, I really don't know what they would go for. Here is the 03 Upper Deck Redemption Special in a 9. You can buy a raw one of these for under $5. I think there's one on there right now for $2.99. Or you could get a PSA 9 for around $15. Here's a big old card. It is a Fleer Authentics, the ticket studs in a PSA 8. As you can see, it's a big slab. You can buy a raw one of these on eBay for around $15, but I wanted one slab because I've never seen one slabbed on eBay. And I'm guessing if you bought one raw and wanted it graded, you would probably had to pay a little higher fee than getting a standard size card graded. Here is the Topps, the first edition. It's just like the Topps base, only has a little one up there in the corner in the PSA 9. I'm guessing these have a shorter print run than your base tops. Those used to go for around $100, but now with the first edition, I'm gonna say $150 to $200, because I think the regular, well, the base doesn't go for quite $100 right now, but like I said, that's not the base. Here is the Flare Wave of the Future in the PSA 9. You can get that around $75, probably $75 to $100 right now. Here is the Fleer Avant Work of Heart. It is out of $2.99. When I saw this card come up for auction, it's the first time I had ever seen it come up for auction. So I made sure I got it, so I overpaid for it. But wouldn't you know, since then, probably 5 or 6 have came up for auction. That's what I think is in better shape than this one, because this one, as you can tell, is a little off center from right to left. So, and they all went for a cheaper price of what I paid for this. You can get this for just over $100. Here's what I think is a pretty unique card. This is an Upper Deck Report card. It's out of $250. I do know a BGS 9 of these just sold for over $100. I think like $130. But I kind of want to brag. I only paid $12.50 for this card. I don't know if everybody missed it or what. But there's nothing wrong with the card. It's in absolutely perfect shape. No surface scratches, no corner wear. Absolutely nothing. This was in one of my recent mail day videos. This is an Upper Deck MVP, the silver. I know the gold's print run is 100, and I have heard that, well, the guy that told me, he said he thought that this print run was 500. So if I know the gold's 100, I'm gonna say it's 500. This is the UD game jersey in a PSA 9. This will go somewhere around $150, $125, $150, something like that. Oh, that'll go for about $30. Here is the SPX Winning Materials dual jersey in a 9. I have no idea what a PSA 9 would go for. I mean, I can tell you a raw one goes for around $75, $100, but I've never seen one of these up for auction. Okay. This one you've seen in my last BGS reveal video. It's the UD Glass Game Gear in an 8. Again, I don't know why I got this one graded. There are better candidates, but you could probably get a 9 of that for around $200. I'm saying an 8 you could probably get. I'll sell you that one right now for $120. Here, this one is in my top 3 as far as favorites. This is the UD Glass, a Swatch of Class in a 9. I just love the way this card looks. With the kind of gray, and then has the gold Swatch of Class next to the maroon, and the jersey incorporated in the C. I love the way this card looks. This is one of my faves, top 3, definitely. I'm gonna guess this would bring over $200 at auction. This is the Triple Dimensions Reflections. It's the base, BGS 9. They do have parallels of this, so like a ruby, an emerald, a gold, and maybe one or two more. But you can get this one for around $20. This one I showed my reveal video also. It's the Flair Mystique and a BGS 8.5. It's out of $9.99. I've already said all there is to say about that card. But here is the die cut version, or parallel, or whatever, and a BGS 9. This one is out of 600. I'm gonna guess this one would go anywhere from $150 to $200. Maybe I would say closer to $200. This one's a real low end one. It's an Upper Deck National Card Day rookie and a GMA 10. I think these were actually even issued in 2004, so I don't know if this would be considered a rookie card or not. I know it says 03 up there, but they weren't issued in 03, they were issued in 04. But you know, you can get that for around $5. This one you saw in my last video. It's the Bowman Gold and an SGC 8. I bought it hoping that it would be able to cross over to a PSA 8, but after getting it I realized there's no way. I'm not even going to try. So this one might, I might put that one on eBay if I can find a better alternative. My hope is to get a PSA 8 or 8.5. Not out of this card, but just out of a gold one. If I buy it raw or buy it already graded. Oh, and I'll go ahead and tell you, I paid $130 for that, so I overpaid. You could probably get it cheaper. This one is another one of my faves, not top 3, but this one I think is a heavy hitter. This is a Flair Mystique Secret Weapons and a PSA 9 out of 500. I do know that a 10 in one of these just sold for I think $1,200. So I don't know what a 9 would sell for. I don't know what the pop is either, but let me try to get it. You can see that line that goes up and down the card. I do know that a lot of these cards have issues with that, and this card is also susceptible to chipping too. Here is a UD Honor Roll Awards Performers and a BGS 8. The only reason why I got this card is because the starting bid was $3 on it. Nobody bid on it, so hell, I'll pay $3 plus shipping for this. Can't get it, even though it's an 8. It costs more to grade it. This one you also saw in the last video, the BGS reveal video or whatever. It's a UD Glass Clear Cut Winners jerseys and a 9. It is out of, I'll try to get that in the picture, $350. I have no idea what this would bring. Tomorrow, I'm gonna guess $150. It's a UD Sweet Shot Jersey Edition in the 9. The raw cards of these come up for auction all the time. I do not know what this would bring. I do know I have seen a couple of 10s of this, but I didn't know what it would bring. I'm gonna I'm going to guess around $150, but that's a guess. This is a mislabeled card. This is the Standing O die cut embossed card, but it's just labeled as your base Standing O. It's in a BGS 9. As you can see, the silver, it's silver there, and then the his image is embossed. But I got this card for the same price as what you would get a base Standing O for, but I'm gonna guess around $50 is what this card would bring normally. Maybe a little less. Okay, this is a Topps Pristine Refractor, the U version. Like I said, this is out of $4.99. I think the base version is out of $9.99, and then they have a gold that's out of $100. But and then maybe one or two more. But this would probably run you $175 to $200 in an auction. Here is the other 10 I own. I only own 2. I showed you the first one in my last video. This is the Future All-Star die cut. This is a card that I bought off the gentleman that I bought some of the other, or I bought a lot of his cards off this. He was a nice guy, a real nice guy. When I got the card, I'm gonna try to show this to y'all. I don't know if I can because it's in the Mylar sleeve. I don't know if you're going to be able to see that or not. Well, there is a crease that runs right here on the card. And when I got the card, the guy told me on all the cards I bought, it went straight from the pack, or all the raw ones I bought, that went straight from the pack into a top loader. So I got it, and I thought, you know, this guy's blowing smoke up my ass. So I almost sold this card for next to nothing, thinking it was creased. But I started messaging other people that had like 9.5s and PSA 10s, and started asking them if their cards had it. And sure enough, every single card was manufactured that way. So I'm glad I didn't sell it for next to nothing, because this one got a 10. And finally, I know, and this was another card I showed in my last video. It's a Black Diamond Rookies FX and a BGS 9. It is probably one of the best, if not the best, LeBron rookie card I own. I forgot to tell you all, this would bring probably over $200, maybe even higher. This would bring probably $350 to $400. But that's it. That's all of them. Thank you all for watching. I hope you watched all of it. 24 minutes. Have a good day. Oh, and if you're still watching, please comment down below if you want my videos to be shorter. Thanks.